Yeah, baby. It's another Wednesday night. I'm Mac Davis. That, of course, is WWE Hall of Famer, and this is Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. Teddy, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm kind of small in the screen here. I wonder what's going on.
Hang on. That may be, let me try a different setting here. This may fix that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Let me just fix that a little bit. There you go. Sit
Yeah.
back so I'm not scaring everybody. Hey, look here. We were talking about something just before we went to air. We had mentioned that we were going to try to get James Ellsworth on. My bad. I wish we could contact him right now. I'd reach out to him. Here's my problem, though, Teddy. In all honesty, I am switching internet providers because my service lately has been horrible. And it started right about the time we started interviewing, and it was James Ellsworth when I started having those issues.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's been constant. So I finally reached out to a different company that's now available where I am that offers true fiber internet, and it's not Spectrum. Who I don't know. Look,
Well, I
go
know
ahead.
that I know you got the flyer there for it's going to be this
Yep.
weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be up there with James Ellsworth and his spring MCW fever. That's what they're calling it. So we're 3 nights in Maryland. So I'm in different towns there. So you can see the flyer. Max got it up. So I'll see everybody this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Maryland. Mac, just before we get started here, I wanted to let everybody know this. Earlier today, I had the opportunity of speaking with Herb Simmons, the promoter and president of SICW, and we did come to some type of agreement to have me come in on May 8th and 9th, and at the night of the show, I will be the acting general manager for the night there. I will be doing that.
Very cool. Very cool. And Teddy, I have not seen this. I have had somebody send me a notice. I actually gotten several people letting me know that this guy who we've been talking about, Glenn, Big Nasty. That's his
Well,
name. Big
and then
Nasty.
and since you're speaking about Big Nasty, I wanted to go ahead and say this. Now, Big Nasty, there's one thing I agree with you on. Now, you were right. I am good at nothing but making tag team matches. You're right about that. So what that means, if I'm coming in and I'm the general manager that night, then for surely there are going to be some tag team matches. The only thing you got to worry about, Big Nasty, is you might be in one of them.
Now, see, I've been telling you for weeks now, don't poke the bear. You shouldn't have poked the bear.
And then the other thing too, I want to speak on my brother JBL right there. He's going to be there that night, and Big Nasty's been calling him out. Trying to get him back in the ring and stuff. So I don't know what's the problem, Big Nasty. Either you got a death wish or you just mad at everybody. I don't get it. So that we will certainly listen. I promise you this: I will give the fans what they want. We will certainly straighten out Big Nasty.
Absolutely. And we'll talk more about that event a little bit later. But I do want to mention a few things, Teddy, before we get into the mailbag and everything else about AEW's Revolution this past weekend. I know you don't watch AEW, so I got some pictures I want to show you.
You don't have
Uh,
to keep reminding me of that every time.
but I want to show you some pictures. Now, these pictures come from what is their Revolution pay per view or PLE. It was between Hangman Adam Page and MJF. And there came a spot in the match, Teddy, where they did something. This is now the second time I think I've seen this in AEW that involved a syringe. So let me show you, first of all, this is the picture of a syringe going into the mouth of Hangman Adam Page by MJF.
Oh
Now,
my
if
God.
if you can
Mm.
look just under the hand that's pulling the cheek back, you can actually see the needle across going up underneath. It's real light, but you can
So,
see that needle.
so what is the purpose of this?
I don't know. And not only that, Tay, but look inside. The inside of the tube itself, there
I
is some type of liquid inside.
yeah, I can't look at it. I don't.
Yeah, now I'm going to show you something else, just to give you a little better feel for how far that thing went. If you look out to the left side of the picture, off of the leg of MJF, you'll see another line, a little thin line that goes towards the second rope. That's actually the syringe being shot through his mouth, and the juice or whatever's inside that thing is shooting across the ring. Teddy, my question is this: how far is too far?
I don't know, man. I mean, that's the first time I ever seen anything like that. So I just don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to even speak on it because, like you said, I don't watch it, and and so I don't know anything about it, and I'd rather not even talk about it. So I just don't know. That's like I
Yeah.
said, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that in my life.
I don't have anything against hardcore wrestling. I did a lot of stuff that was considered hardcore wrestling when I was in independent wrestling. So I don't have an issue with that. What I have an issue with are some of the things that they now use in these hardcore matches that are not safe. First of all, the fluorescent tubes that people use to smash over their bodies, it's sliced. I can't remember what the actor's name was. Hell, he used to be a WCW champion. Anyhow, David Arquette. David Arquette got sliced in the throat from one of those things. It could have killed him. There are just certain aspects I don't like. Like I say, tables, ladders, chairs, those things have always been in wrestling. But when you start bringing in like a syringe needle, first of all, why is there a syringe needle anywhere around in that ring? Why?
Like I said, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that in professional wrestling in my life.
Yeah, it's frightening. Let me tell you about something else. Now, you might enjoy this. You might just hold a chuckle in. I don't know, but I got to tell you about it anyhow. John Laurinaitis, he's back in the news. According to Ringside News, John Laurinaitis deleted a tweet where he posted a picture of himself with a lot of fans at a recent fan convention that was taking place. And a lot of fans were quick to point out that the picture didn't look quite real, with some saying, how many of them are real? And why did you AI in the people at your table? He took the tweet down, but we still have the picture right here. Now, if you look in the background, there's a lot of people. And when I first saw this, Teddy, I kept thinking, there's an issue with me just for this. And I'm not saying this is real or not real. I don't know, but I can understand why people would say this. But Teddy, have you ever seen a line coming to your table that's stacked the way it is off the table right there?
You know that's not true.
You know it's not. You know it's not. It's that to me when I see that, I'm like, I can see why it would fool a lot of people, and I can see why people would, come after it, because if you go to wrestling conventions, people don't line up just anywhere all around him like that. There is a line. There is no line taking place right here that I can tell. So anyhow, I thought you'd enjoy that news. He makes his first appearance back out in public, and somehow
congratulations, man. Have a ball. Drop the balloons.
Here's something I want to mention too. I saw this on Facebook just this morning. I want to make sure I get this right, because I want to get the right people credited for this. Tanya Atkins, I'm not sure, and Joe Helms had a video they put out, and it was about Herb that we were talking about just earlier. Mr. Herb is one of those guys that if you work for Mr. Simmons, he's a pleasure to work with. And he didn't want to go into the Hall of Fame. He felt like he didn't really belong in the Hall of Fame as a promoter. Watch this video here, Teddy, and tell me if this doesn't change your mind. If anybody ever thinks that a promoter doesn't belong, this one surely does.
Not every legend steps in the ring. Some build it, some keep it alive. From the smoke of the chase to the lights today, he carried the stories, they couldn't fade. When the territories fell and the road got thin, he kept the doors open, he kept them walking in. 50 years deep in the heart of the fight, from fairgrounds dirt to the Saturday nights, where heroes were made and names would grow. If you stood in his ring, the world would know. He gave them a stage where no one would, turn dreams into something understood. Not for the glory, not for the fame, but for the love of the game. parlay the funk to the voices we know. He brought them together, he built the show. A keeper of time, a guardian's role, with Madison's echo still in his soul. Not just the ring, not just the crowd, but lifting a town, making them proud. From food drives to hope, when times got tough, he proved that wrestling was always enough. So many walked in, chasing a dream, not knowing how far they'd really be seen. But one man believed before they arrived, and gave them a moment that never died. Under his lights, they found their name in every loss, in every game. And long after the final bell rang loud, he gave them something that made them proud. Now the story comes full circle, a lifetime of keeping the flame alive. July, St. Louis, where history honors its own.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man.
Did you put that together?
No. These are a couple of the fans that go to the shows. Actually, one of them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this name, Joe Helms, he is a wrestler. So he and Tanya have been working on this. From what I understand, I think he took ill, and while he was ill for a period of time, this project came up. What a hell of a video, guys. The song, everything.
Yeah, that was great. And let me say something about Herb Simmons. You know, a lot of, I mean, promoters like him, people, in these days and times, and back in the day too, you need people that you could trust. Yep. And Herb Simmons has always been a guy that you could trust. He's always been a guy that's been fair. You didn't have to worry about your money. If he told you something, that's what he done. If he wasn't able to do it, then he made a way to get it done. So those are the type of people that you want to work for and you want to be associated with. And I can understand why Herb, maybe denied going in the Hall of Fame or whatever, because he didn't do all that, what you just saw him do to go into the Hall of Fame. He did that because it's in his blood. It's in our blood, Mac. This is all I've done. This has been my life for 40 some years. And for some people to disrespect me like I don't know what this business, or I don't know what's going on, it really gets under my skin. But I'm getting good now. Maybe I'm handling it a lot better now.
Yes, you are.
because I'm, each day I get educated as I watch the world. You know what I mean? And I understand now. Okay, so and I'm glad to do that. But to be able to be associated with Herb Simmons and SICW is such an honor. And Herb is just, all I can say. He's been a nice guy, and we whether he wants to go in there or not, we'll figure out a way to do it.
Yeah, well, even if it's a hog time, we'll throw him in the ring and do it. I mean, it's just going to happen, Herb. You don't have a choice. Hey, look here.
We'll get JBL to give him the clothesline, and I guarantee he'll stay down then.
You won't get back up. It would end at SICW FanFest 4, which is this year, if that were to happen. But if you want tickets to see SICW FanFest 4, here's how you do it.
Let's do this.
You wanted more, so we're bringing you FanFest 4.
JBL, Mickey James, Carlito, Haku, Dan Severn, Robert Gibson, Kerry and Ricky Morton, Glow Girl Sonny, Bobby Fulton, Eddie Long and Mac Davis, the Brooklyn Brawler, Johnny Ross, Doink the Clown, Demolition, D-Lo Brown, Buff Bagwell, Harvey Whippleman, Paul Ellering, the Powers of Pain, Wildfire, Tommy Rich, Cowboy Bob Orton, and more. May 8th and 9th, Fairview Heights, Illinois, at the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center. SICW FanFest 4. Plus, the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. Weekend includes Mick Foley's one-man show and the Bruiser Brody Memorial.
Letters, oh we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
People are probably wondering just where the hell we are. There we are. People may not even care where we are. All right, sorry about that. All right, we have a lot of people in the chat room. Let me get to the chat room real quick before we even get to the mail, Teddy. First off, we have I'm having a hard time with this machine. Here we go. Going, what's up? I think that's Teddy's favorite part of the night. Let's see. We also have Zach Minker in the room saying National Sloppy Joe Day. I do like a good Sloppy Joe. Do you enjoy Sloppy Joes, Teddy?
No.
No, really? You don't like a Sloppy Joe?
No.
There was a place when I was a kid. I want to say it was called Lums, maybe, or something like that, where they sold Sloppy Joes. It was like one of their.
I've had them in my lifetime, but I just ain't a fan now.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. I still enjoy them. I still like what's the other thing? Shake and bake stuff. Like you can use shake and bake for pork chops. Hey, that stuff's pretty damn good. I know it's like a single man's food, but hey, it still tastes good. Herb Simmons, actually, Teddy, he's in the room too, saying good evening, gentlemen.
Glad to have you join us, Herb.
Yeah, man, and pretty classy lady also saying holla holla.
Holla back at you.
And so we also have Curly Man. He's in the room saying, hey, Teddy and Mac. Good to see you, Curly Man.
Curly Man.
Let's see. We also have Ellen checking in with us saying, hey, guys, Buddy and I are here. Hope you are good.
Hey, we're doing good. And I want to say hello to Buddy. Buddy's got some T-shirts he's selling right now, and they're trying to raise money for something. And I don't have one to show you, but Mac may give you some information on how to follow Ellen and see how to get that information.
Yeah, Alan, as a matter of fact, in the comments section right here, if you will, put in there any information about how people can buy a shirt from Buddy. Buddy is a great friend of this program. He's been around the wrestling scene in Georgia, gosh, forever. You know, I've seen him all the time. And he and his mama, every show I go to, they are there. I don't care where I am. They will be there.
She's got to take him. He's no telling him no.
Oh, no. He loves his wrestling. Mike Falvo in the room. Good to see you, brother. Mac and Teddy, he's saying.
What's happening, Blair?
Pretty classy lady. He's saying, did y'all see Ricochet said to the woman on Twitter who has MS? Okay, I know what she's saying. I don't know if you've seen this, Teddy, but there is a story that Ricochet got into a little Twitter spat with some fan who had MS. Multiple sclerosis. And he's in his response, he said, I'm glad you got MS. I saw where David Alvarez, I think it was Brian Alvarez, I'm sorry, made the comment that he'd be lucky if he still has a job by the end of the week. You can't say things like that, Teddy. I don't care. I mean, that's just nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's common sense, man. How you get...
Oh, yeah.
See, well, here's what happens a lot of times. See, a lot of guys never smarten up. You know what I mean? So sometimes what they say, and they'll let people get to them. And that's what they're trying to do. You don't ever do that. You know what I mean? Don't let nothing get to you. If a person don't put their hands on you, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's what'll get to me. You put your hands on me. What you say to me don't mean nothing. That I know that's bait. You just trying to draw me in.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's go to the mailbag real fast. We'll go back to the chat room. Roger in St. Louis. We were just talking about St. Louis. Looking forward to seeing you at FanFest in May. He's asking, who were the best heel and face managers in your opinion? Let's start with the face. Who is the best face managers, Teddy?
Well, I think Jimmy Hart, well, he was a babyface manager at one time. I think he was, because him and Hogan were just, they're just like they were meant for each other. You know, that was just meant to be. So I would have to say Jimmy Hart was the best babyface. Heel managers, you have to give that to Heyman, you know, very good, you know, on the mic, you know, and so I give that to him. Heyman, let's see. Some of these people, like, you know, that I really know, you know, a lot of people probably don't even remember them, you know, like Gary Hart, you know, one of the greatest managers of all time, you know, and Rock Hunter. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, Teddy, were most of the managers more of the heel variety than they were a face? I mean, were there many real face managers out there?
There were, back in the day, there were no babyface managers. And I think Jimmy Hart was the only guy, and he was with Hogan. But all managers, I guess, they thought had to be heels.
Yeah, because
I mean, think about it. That's all they. That's all they were. But you know, every manager was a heel. There was never a babyface. I think when the turn with me as the GM, that turned that was the only. I think that's whenever I turned babyface.
Yeah, it's something. Hey, look, if you guys remember a great babyface manager, put it in the chat section. I'd be curious to know, because I can't think of any right now. Let's see. Herb Simmons also, Teddy, saying, it was my pleasure to reach an agreement with Mr. Teddy Long. I know the fans will be interested in his ability to bring the experience he has in dealing with rude individuals. And yeah, that's I got a feeling that Big Nasty's going to feel a burn himself that weekend. We also have
Big Nasty is going to become Big Clean.
Big Clean. Pee Wee is in the room saying, "What up, Mac and Teddy?
What is going on with you, Pee Wee?"
Pretty classy lady is saying John Laurinaitis is laryngitis. I'm sorry, is crashing out.
Well, I don't know what he means by that.
No, Curly Man saying, "Hey, Mac and Teddy, I got a question for Mac. Okay, what was the worst injury? That's easy. You ever had during your independent wrestling career? Breaking my neck probably would be the big one, but the one that I remember the most, I was in a bar situation. With a few times I performed in a bar for a wrestling show, and so the lighting wasn't as great as it could have been. And there was a chair shot that was supposed to happen where I was on the mat and somebody was going to nail me in the head with the chair. And because it was so dark, little did the guy know that the chair had a broken hinge on it, so that when he slammed it down, the hinge sliced me wide open on the back of my head. And Teddy, there's a video. It's hard to see. If you know what you're looking for, you can see it. But under my head, you don't see anything until the professor, who you do know, big old guy. Remember?
I know him.
The professor did a splash on me during that match. And when he splashed me, my head popped up and the puddle of blood under my head started spreading out. It was a great visual because I wasn't bleeding that bad. It just looked that bad because you know how it is. Yeah. But man, yeah, that was a nasty one. And they said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, just super glue it. I don't care." And that's how we did it. We just super glued it back shut until I got to home. Then they had put staples in there. That wasn't fun.
All right. That's the wrestling business.
Yeah, man.
See, anytime a man have to go through something like that, you know, in real life, and then you want to, oh, come on. Yeah.
Let's see. Curly Man, they're going to make people run away if we keep asking questions from me. How were you how old? Oh, wait. And how were you when you were starting? Okay, I think you're asking how old I was when I first started. Actually, when I first started wrestling, this will shock you, I was 38 years old. That's when I actually got in and started doing, in the ring stuff and trying to play around. I always wanted to be that way, but let's see. Dave Crone is in the room saying, "What's up? Good to see you, Dave. Hopefully everybody's got their hats too. Dave, let me know if you haven't got your hat. If you can invent a new flavor of ice cream that captures Let's see. Your personality. What would it be and why, Teddy? Yeah. By the way,
What
that
if
is
I
one of
could?
our hats.
What if I could invent a new flavor for an ice cream? Oh, okay. It would be holla holla,
What would it consist of? What does a holla holla consist of?
vanilla and chocolate.
Hey, let me ask you something. Miss Denise, how is she doing? I haven't asked you about her lately.
Denise is just super good. She's doing great. I just finished talking to her just before I was calling you. I said I got to go talk to Mac, and so she was getting on the phone with her mom.
Yeah, Teddy, you say you're getting better about handling certain situations. I can tell you why.
Why?
It's Miss Denise.
Well, you know what? Yeah, no.
I'm not going to lie to you. I really think that's the case.
Well, not really. She is worse than me. Brother, she will get the cussing.
I can't imagine sweet Denise ever saying a bad word.
I couldn't imagine it either.
But it let's see, the El Juggalo. Hey, man. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
I'll be in the Detroit area this weekend, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Juggalos again this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you see us. We got 3 shows that are all free up in the Detroit area. Detroit, Lansing, and oh God, I'm forgetting the third one for the Saginaw. So join us at any of those locations because it's absolutely free to get in and have a blast. And everybody does when we're there. Let's see. We have also Lucky P. Larson's in the room. Haven't seen Lucky in here in a while. Good to see you, my friend. He says, replying to Herb Simmons, speaking of Herb Simmons, if Theodore R. Long is going to get involved in SICW, he better know the new hierarchy. Larson Global Sports Attractions runs SICW. Between the most dangerous man in the company, acts all worth. That's all I can get out of here. That's so. If there's more than that, I'm sorry, I can't see anymore. Oh, here we go. I can read off the side. The best pure wrestler in the company is Axie says. Superstar Steve Fender, the smartest wrestler alive. Cannonball Matthews, not to mention three-time SICW Tag Team Champions. The notorious Bradley Diggs and roughshod Lamont Potts, the LA Hustlers, which of course the back-to-back Mid-South Wrestling Awards Manager of the Year. I can go on forever, and he probably wishes I could, but we're going to run out of time if I do, so I got to stop there. But Lucky B. Larson's with a lot of words. You can see it in the chat room if you're with us right now. Also, I'm going to get to El Juggalo saying, hey, Teddy, what are your thoughts on Violent J returning to JCW a few weeks back while also referencing your limo ride from The Undertaker? Did you know that, Teddy? I meant to ask you that.
No, I didn't. I never did see that. But like I said, Violent J is a great guy. I love him, man. Been knowing him for quite some time. And I think what he's doing a great job. He's absolutely doing a great job. He's living his dream. He's making things work, things that he's thought about doing ever since he probably was a teenage kid. He's making his dream come true. And so that's wonderful. So I just love Violent J, man. That's all I can tell you. And whatever he can use from me that will help him, I got no problem with it.
We also have Robert popping in the room saying, hello, guys. Scott Lance also popping in the room saying, hey, guys, hope you are well. Mr. Long, memories of you managing Johnny B. Bad. The dancing was phenomenal.
Yeah, me and Johnny had a great time, man. That was some good time, man. And God rest his soul. Thank Dusty Rhodes for, putting that together for us.
We have Martine. I'm sorry. Martin's daddy. I'm sorry. Holla, Teddy and Mac.
Holla back at you, player.
By the way, I sent out a message earlier today that we were just shy of 6,000 subscribers. And I asked people to do that. Now, look here. I'm going to do this while we're live on the air, Teddy. I'm going to let you, let's see. I'm going to let you read one of these questions while I do this because I can make sure I can look it up.
Okay.
Here we go. This is from Ryan Brown. Go ahead and take it, Teddy.
It says, hello, fellas. Have you been able to try the All-American beer yet from Hulk Hogan? I don't drink, but I got some to collect. No, I'm kind of like you, player. I don't drink either, but I would like to have some, maybe a can or two just for a collection, just for, my friend Hogan.
All right, I'm sitting here looking at our numbers, Teddy, and right as I look at this number right now, I'm showing 5,000. Now we want 6,000. That's what we were asking for today. We're at 5,999. That's one. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching, you could be the 6,000th person that actually signs up, and I'll know it. I'll be able to see who the last
and
one
I
was.
tell you what, the 6,000 person that signs up, he'll get. You got any more shirts?
No, I don't have any shirts with me.
Well, he'll get 2 hats.
Whoa, okay, there you go. 2 hats tonight going to the person that signs up right now. And look here, I'm going to refresh this right as we're sitting here. Hasn't happened yet. So if, maybe somebody in this room they've all subscribed by now. If that's the case, then maybe when somebody's watching this, but I would imagine before we get finished, we may see that over 6,000. All right, let's see. Scott Lance saying Arnold Skolin was a good babyface manager. Yep, there you go. Miss Elizabeth is another one that somebody throws up in here. That's coming from Rob. And Miss Elizabeth was a great fit. See, these are things I just forget I forget it. That's just how it is.
Me too. I forgot about that too. I really did, man.
Let's see, Dave Crone saying he did get his hat. Thank you. Okay, very cool, man. Get a picture of it wearing that hat when you get a chance, and we'll share it with everybody else as well. And let's see. We got time enough for a couple more questions. Teddy, I'm going to try to push this a little bit. Then, all right. Here we go. Brian in Alabama. Should it have been, this is a great question. Should it have been Gunther, not Obafemi, to have manhandled Brock Lesnar the way he was handled on Monday Night Raw? Did you see this?
I agree with that. I think it should have been Gunther too. I certainly agree with that because Gunther fits the part. He looks that he's that ruggedness. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think he would have been the perfect heel against Brock Lesnar. And the problem is, and Brock needs to have some sympathy a little bit going into it, and you're not going to get that the other way around. It's nothing against Obafemi. He's a massive guy, but I haven't really seen him work enough to know if he can really work that well. And I think it's too early to put him in that position. While Gunther has been patiently waiting to get Brock Lesnar, and it's like he just got bypassed. I thought that was bad. That's just me. What the hell do I know? Let's see. All right, we got to ask this question because this is what our thumbnail was all based on. Sydney G from Gmail writes, how many times did being in wrestling get you out of trouble for things like speeding or swerving? And what were some of the road extras you would find, like free food and other things?
Well, I got caught. I didn't get but a couple of speeding tickets. I only got that a couple of times in my career because I found out that wasn't no joke. They put you in jail. Let's see. What was the last one she said there?
She also wanted to know, I'm sorry, I was looking because we got our 6,000 person. They actually are in the room right now. Let's see. She wanted to know what kind of road extras did you get, like maybe free food at restaurants and things.
Well, the way back then it was really good. A lot of restaurants would go in and people would recognize you, and so that's really how you got the free food. You know what I mean? But then we'd always tip the waiter or the waitress, just so it doesn't look we ain't just being too bummified. But but and like sometimes you get discounts on the hotels back then too. We walk in the hotel, if the rate was $100, maybe we get it down to 75 or something like that. And nice hotels.
Yeah.
So a lot of perks. When you were recognized and people knew you from TV. A lot of times, a lot of people they take care of you.
All right, now we are looking for 6,000, and I just confirmed we are at 6,000 now, and that is Rob. He said he just subscribed, so I went and checked, and sure enough, boom, there it is. So, Rob, what I need you to do is I need you to send me your email, or actually just your mailing address. Just contact me is what I'm trying to say. You can find me at Mac Davis Mail, SMAIL @gmail.com. That's MacDavisMail @gmail.com. And congratulations.
Yeah, right. You got yourself. Thank you very much, man. And I hope you're married or whatever you want to do, but you got 2 hats there, man. And be sure to take a picture with those hats, whoever you get the one to, and send it to us so we can put it out on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, you'll get one of each because we have two different styles of hats. One is the one that Teddy showed a minute ago, and if I had another one right near me, I'd show you. But it's the road trip logo you see right towards the bottom of the screen there between Teddy and I, and that is on the hat as well. So congratulations, guys! I appreciate it, man. I had a great time tonight, but we're running out of time, and I got more questions.
All right.
We'll get to those next week. In the meantime, if you have anything that's coming up, Teddy, let us know about it.
Well, the only thing, this weekend I'm up in Maryland there with James Ellsworth and with MLW up there. And let's see, next week I'm in South Carolina at the high school. I'll get that flyer for you, so we'll be talking more about that.
That sounds good. And
Lexington, North Carolina. Sorry.
No, that's all right. So, again, I'll be in the Detroit area. I'll be in Detroit at Harpo's. I'll be in Saginaw, and here I go forgetting the other town now. But anyhow, I'm going to be in the Detroit area this weekend. I'm doing with the Teddy Long things now. But it's going to be a lot of fun, JCW television taping. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you join us out there for that. Until next week, same time, same place. I'm Mac Davis, and that is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long.
How are players?